So you finally decided to develop your own program. Let's discuss some of the things that you should be preparing for as you plan out this program. So we'll talk about program logistics, how to develop your program curriculum, and also how to go about collecting the resources and tools you might need to actually implement your program. So this means that we'll discuss how to leverage existing programs and opportunities that might exist in that neighborhood in order to support the development of your program. Program logistics. If you have a community partner, you should be working with them to coordinate these details. When I'm developing my programs, I always think about incentives. At my job, we provide paid opportunities for youth to learn new skills. So what are some of the ways that youth can benefit from participating in your program? Is it gift cards? Is it monetary? Young people love money. So think about what are some of the things you're going to reward them with. Incentives essentially focuses on how do you keep your young people coming back for more. Program timeline. How long will your program run for? This is super important because young people will be dedicating their time and spending a lot of time with you. So think about educational schedules. When does school begin? How long in the summer will you want to host this program? Also, programming site. Where will your young people meet you every single day? Is this a safe location for them? How many young people will you be engaging in this program? This should be determined by the capacity you have and the resources you have for incentives. If they'll be traveling in this program, you want to consider that as a factor also. The safety of these young people should be your main priority. Target demographics. What type of young people from the neighborhood do you want to engage? Are they a particular age group? Are they from a particular catchment area in the community? Do they all have an interest in arts and culture already, or are they exploring their interests? Or you don't mind a mix of both? Target demographics is super important to also developing your program curriculum. Your program curriculum should have learning objectives and goals for your young people. It must be created with intention. Why do you want to put on this program? What purpose is it bringing and benefits is it bringing to your cohort and to the greater community? Are there any deliverables that you hope to get out of this program? Are there deliverables that your funder are requiring? Are they certain products that the young people have to create? Is it a final project that you want the young people to collaborate on? Or is it an event that you want your young people to apply their knowledge of arts and culture to the implementation of? For my program, our deliverable was a culminating event that the young people planned, utilizing some of the arts and culture related skills they learned over the 8-week program. Now, how can you even implement this program? Try looking up some youth training programs that exist in the neighborhood. Like I mentioned in the previous chapter, youth training programs are perfect opportunities for youth to gain new skills for employability. They can also explore their interests and possible career pathways in these programs. Maybe you can partner with a local arts or community organization that already specializes in arts and culture related programming. Maybe you can hire a consultant or subcontractor that specializes in arts and culture, or is connected to local artists that can help facilitate the program. This is how I developed my summer curatorial program. I hired a consultant to create the curriculum, and she hired local artists that she worked with to provide a rich program that was able to focus on different areas of arts and culture, from photography to gallery curation. You can research local or state programs that specialize in arts and culture programming, and even request a new program for youth in your neighborhood. Lastly, try sending out an RFP for arts and culture programming curriculums and pick the best one. Some sources for researching existing programs come from the city and local level. You can reach out to individuals that run city-funded youth training programs to acquire the funding for your own program. Maybe you can tap into the local arts programs in schools or community centers in the neighborhood. Ask your community partners about who already engages youth in similar programs. And maybe check out the state website for programs held across the state that focus on arts and culture trainings. Workforce development programs can be a great source of funding for your arts and culture training program. Because in your program, they'll be learning new skills that can be applied in a career, you might be able to leverage this for that type of funding. So reach out to your city or state funding sources to find out if you can utilize workforce development dollars to implement your program. Here's a guide for successful youth engagement strategies and existing examples of youth engagement projects. Now we'll be moving into Chapter 5, and this is all about youth outreach.